don't feel like stopping here. I thought I would, go on. So, Mulandir, the city that I own now. Wayfarers have been unlocked, so I have allies now. Humans. Commander Flynn is here, and he looks like...
Tiara's breath. You haven't promised too much, Tahar. This place is incredible.
Just wait until you see it in action.
Just don't forget, we're here for a purpose.
I won't. I'll go talk to Flynn now. We need to find a good place to set up camp. And, if you want to talk, about the past, then feel free to come by.
In any case, with our new allies, we should be able to go look for the stones. Let's talk at the forge.
Though it might be wise to look for more support first. We don't know what to expect there.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Yes?
It's probably not the best idea to just, go without allies.
Finally out of this blasted city. What a mess.
How are you settling in?
Well, I'm still trying to get used to the idea that I'll be working in an old shape of ruin from now on. Either way, I promised you my help, and here I am. Give me some material and some coin, and I promise you that I'll fabricate the finest weapons and armors you have ever seen.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, wait a second.
What can I do
don't
for you
remember
today?
you.
So, you're from the Windwall Mountains. How is the situation there at the moment?
A bit of a mess since the rebellion. Reynold Hallett, House Hallett's former leader, fell in the Battle of Greykeep. And now his younger brother Wayland is running the country.
You don't sound too happy about that.
Well, word has it he's too emotional and too inexperienced, and from what I've seen, the rumors are true. He cares more about old family feuds, such as the one between House Hallett and House Wolfgar, rather than the well-being of their lands. But I guess there isn't much we can do about it.
Yeah, totally.
I want to equip the Wayfarers.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Armor, shields, everything from
Oh,
copper daggers
okay.
to blue silver swords.
Human keeper. What the hell is a keeper? Human mentalist? Oh, please, yes. Champion. Catapult. We got some advanced units here. That's cool.
A fair offer.
But I want to talk to my friends here. Like my buddy over here. Hello, my
Now, would you
orcish
look at
friend.
that?
Ah, he looks like an ass.
So, this is your place. Huh. Interesting. I like the architecture. It has grace.
You like it?
Oh, you're an
Yes,
architect.
imagine an orc who isn't all about pikes and spikes. Anyway,
Well-
you haven't gotten orcs to join your cause yet, so until then, there isn't much I can do for you. But I'll familiarize myself with the place in the meantime.
Yeah, good. Totally.
Yes.
I mean,
Wanna trade?
yes, of course. Please do.
You know how to buy.
They will be joining, so it's all fine. There's absolutely no way in hell I won't pick my good old orcs up. Hey, idiot! What the hell are you doing here? God damn it. Well, I'll have to choose that later. Hey, idiot! Here you are.
Ah, Tahar.
Seems your men have made themselves comfortable.
Yeah, they have. But blazes, Tahar. I know I've said it before, but this place is incredible. It's also a very good base of operations. Should we make enemies, and I hope it doesn't come to that, we're well prepared. But I'm guessing that's not what you came
Dude.
here for. You want to talk,
I
right?
have no idea.
About what I did 8 years ago?
Just wait till you see the bloody photon cannons in action, because that will be awesome. Everything will just be obliterated by the awesome balls of death.
Actually, I just want to know if what you said in Everlight is true. Do you regret fighting in the Mage Rebellion?
The big question. I guess the answer is mostly yes and partially no. I do not regret standing up for what your father claimed to be fighting for. But what I do regret is not seeing what he really was earlier. Look, Tahar. Seeing Zane and Helena die. Thinking that the same would happen to you, it killed me. But back then, I was just too blind. I still believed your father was doing good, and that you three were misguided. You see, I joined Asamo because there was truth in his words. The masks, the pikes, all that hatred against us defilers that the purity of light is spreading now. It was all already there. The people always feared us, simply because we were different. Because we are better than they. Your father, he knew something like that would happen eventually. So he stood up and tried to stop it before it was too late. At least that's what he said. And to be honest, I still don't know if he only lost that vision, or had never had it to begin with.
Did you just say because we were better?
Yes, better. How else should I say it? We cast fire from our hands, heal wounds with a mere thought, so how would you call it? I call it superior. And the ungifted know it as well as we do.
Indeed.
But does that mean that we want to kill them? No. We're not animals, we're people, just like they are. Only that we are the lions and they are the cats. We didn't choose to be that way, but it's what nature chose for us.
That's a good definition, actually.
I don't know. But to me, it sounds like you're still trying to justify what you did in that war.
That's where you're wrong. It's not all black and white, Tahar. And you of all people should know that. I know I made mistakes. And I've spent the past 7 years making amends. What else do you think the Wayfarers are for? Why else would I have left? And look, I do not expect you to forgive me. I don't even know if I could do it if I were in your position.
That's nice, actually.
I remember that back in the Rebellion, ancient relics such as the Godstones were your speciality. Is there anything interesting you could tell me about them?
Interesting? That depends on what you mean by that. I mean, it goes without saying that what this rune allows us to do is beyond fascinating. Apart from that, I could only tell you the things you already know. How both the Hibernians and Shapers worshipped them and harnessed their magic. But that's about it.
Oh, so they're even older. That's great.
I want to talk about my father.
I figured you'd want to eventually. What is it you want to know?
Do you think it's true? But he was simply crazy.
Towards the end, yes. He had certainly lost his sanity. But before that, I still don't know. I've said it before, but there's one part of me that likes to think he was a madman to begin with. And then there's the other voice that tells me that he was merely a visionary who had lost his way. But if there's one thing I know, it's that he was a leader. Whenever he spoke to us, it was electric. To this day, I've never seen someone with his charisma.
You sound almost nostalgic.
Nostalgic? No. It's just... I've never met someone with that energy. You have some of it, Tahar. I only started to realize that here. But most of it is still asleep.
Well, you know,
Let's
I'm going
discuss
to get
something else.
insane as well, so it's fine.
I'll be off. Let's see.
He's not that terrible a dude, but there's too much. Fuzz.
Now look at that. The fabled Corporal. Good to finally meet you in person. I'm Flynn, second in command of the Wayfarers. I have to say, someone who only led
He
a
looks like
puny
Anselm.
Nortander division once, you're doing quite a good job leading an army so far. Not of them saying I couldn't do better, but still. Anyway, if you come to arm our men, I strongly suggest you do so.
But you're armed already, aren't you?
Well, yes, with rusty swords and dented armors. I mean with proper equipment. If you give me the coin, I'll send out orders to my contacts in Everlight. It'll improve our strike force significantly.
Oh, great.
I want to buy some better equipment for the Wayfarers.
Music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
Well, let's see what you got, actually. I already have that, don't I? I'm not sure actually. Cost reduction, reinforcement, arsonist. Oh, arsonist, great. I don't know what I do have and what I don't have. That's the problem here. Also, this is all reinforcement, cost reduction. Where the hell is more damage? Well, you know what? I'll take this one. Also, they test this one and cost reduction for the arsonist. And I got more. Oh, that's the stuff I didn't sell, right? Wait, that's blue. Wait, that's purple. That's even better. Right, there we go. All this junk that I don't need. You can have it. Mir. Nope. Not gonna sell that. And I'll keep all of that because why the hell not, right? I don't need these friggin' stupid things. I wouldn't be using them anyway, that's too much micro. I already had that. I did not have that. That one I do have. Okay, let's go with that. Ah, see? I already had that cost reduction. God damn it, I just wasted money.
I want to buy some
Music to my ears. What did you have in
Yeah,
mind?
I just lost money. Great. Wonder if there's no possible way to you know, tell whether you have it or not. Oh, horrible, horrible. Anyway, let's talk to this dude now. He's the mage. He's also got a chair. He's come well prepared. Aye, dude. I got a torch. What do you have?
I must say, I am impressed.
With Mullendeer? Yes, it's quite a sight. I still can't believe we're the first ones who found this place.
It seems unlikely, yes, but yet it happened. Iskrim, the dwarf, told me about it. He said that the rock illusion shielding the entrance vanished as soon as you spoke the words, and that it did not react to Iskrim himself.
Tell me, Tahar, what do you make of that?
Yeah, well, basically it's this one, isn't
Maybe
it?
I'm connected to this place.
But how? I know there is more to you than meets the eye. Something about you is different, although I cannot say what it is.
I believe we stand on the verge of a change. Things have happened, Tahar. Things, the extent of which we have not even come close to comprehending. And they have set something in motion.
You're talking about the Bloodburn.
Among other things, yes. But as I said, there is more to it. All this, your journey, your role in what Rondar Lacane believes to be a vision sent by Aenir. It is only the beginning. But let us continue this discussion when I can give you more than vague, semi-prophetic statements.
All right. We'll talk later.
Why? When?
When something comes up. I'll go prepare for our next mission now.
Understood.
Yeah, he's totally flat. That's just flat and nothing else to it. Channeling robe. Dude, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I could go with this, but it's just horrible. Oh man, there's just nothing good for me, is there? Elemental spells.
Now
Yes? What is it?
Dude, I do the same thing. Well,
I've noticed that you use both white and black magic in combat. I've never seen anyone do that before. Don't the two schools exclude each other?
Normally, yes. The essence of white and of black magic deeply oppose each other. Trying to combine both of them usually has a similar effect on a mage's mind as adding water onto a patch of burning oil. I, however, never had that problem. The first time I found out was at the Arcane University in Greyfell, where I studied. The white magic spell I had cast on a rabbit to heal his wounded paw accidentally killed it. I was very young at that time, and I knew my professor would be upset if he found out, so I channeled my energy on undoing what I had done. As a result, I created an undead rabbit. It immediately went feral, and I put it back to sleep. But rather than feeling the terrible headache that had been described to us as an effect of combining these two schools, I felt a slight sense of, well, exhilaration. I secretly continued these experiments during my studies, and found out that whatever it is that causes this mental discord among normal mages did not affect me.
Do you have an explanation for this?
No, I do not. Maybe it has to do with the way my mind is structured, or maybe it is a simple coincidence.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah, well, you don't have a mentality, so
Goodbye.
that's probably it. I love it, though. I love it. It's just the best thing ever. Oh my god. That's so funny. So,
Understood.
I still want to get more allies though, so I'm going to visit my friend in the caves now. So, do I have a possibility to take that new guy with me? We'll find out in a moment. Still though, running an army isn't cheap. I wonder how I'm gonna get all the money for feeding the dudes. I mean, upgrades are simple, I can just buy those, but what about the provisions? Are you gonna get them yourselves? I'm not paying you. Oh wait, he is paying them. Whatever. Now the problem is I don't know how to get back into the caves. Foot of Bargagor is pretty much the place that... I'll have to go over here then. Now, can I commit suicide? I can't. Good, thank you. Scander Wilds. Everlight. Leaf Shade. I'm going to go to Leaf Shade, but first I want to, you know, talk to the King Kong god nonsense goblin. Ah, there we go, more people. Hey, I can bring Rohan as well. He's a sword and shield dude, so that would be probably a good idea.
I will do as I must.
So let's just go with mage instead. Rohan can command those wayfarers of his instead. Why the hell not, right? Come on, game. Okay. Oh, all of these dudes. Where is the portal that I need to go?
Huh. Interesting.
Plop. So, what does this guy have? Black, white, paradox magic. Hello. Yeah, I mean, paradox magic is very interesting. Our character had it in the beta, and it's one of the special branches, I suppose. Oh my, this guy is just interesting, isn't he? Paradox all the way. Transcendence, yes please. Phantasmal Blade. Nope. Mesmer's Lance, Retaliation. Oh. Oh. Well, that's horrible. I think that's enough though. It's one active skill now, and oh my, I could have more zombies. That would be ridiculous. More zombies. Or I could have more healing. Or I could have both more healing and more zombies. That's very unfortunate. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. Let's just go with that. I'll give him that. Yeah, that's not... Oh wait, white magic. I'm not using any white magic spells, am I? Oh well, I might. The healing and stuff. Yeah, the defense is just much better, so I'll have to go with that. Ooh. Yeah, his DPS is going to be nice. I'll just let him keep his stuff, because why the hell not? Ocean of fresh start. Well, that's nice. He starts with it. Yeah, he can keep this one. Right then. Let's move.
Alright, why not?
Though your legs
Fast to
ache
move on,
and
dear,
your
that's
stomach
the
burns
thing.
with hunger.
Who is this? My strange flesh friends! Did they bring more meat? Ah, yes, they did! City goblins, is it not? God King likes. Chewy, yes, but good for power. God King thinks.
Hey, nice.
Here, take! Found in tunnels, but God King don't need. Now go! Find more meat for God King, more meat for power. God King will give treasure.
Ooh. Seriously? Seriously?
Yes?
Those rewards, they don't make any sense. Who the hell would pick a revival charge over a friggin' potion of almightness? Boom. More points. Yeah, I can get more brutality now. I can get even more brutal. That said, I need an attack skill of some sort. Wow, this is ridiculous when used with along with Isgrim. But I'll just go with brutality all the way, and maybe wait, where's the passive at? Oh, there is no perk for damage here. Okay, fine. I think I'll go with this one then. So, my bestest friend Iria. Can you get this one now? Thank you. Great. Esgrim. I said I wanted to get you the tanking spell, didn't I? I'll have to go with that. And you, my dude. Yeah, restore. Why not? Why not? I mean, why not? Why not? Undergast. Ah, corpse explosion. Did I give him all the meat?
Who is this? Forest goblins, he sees. Good flesh, nice and green. Power will be pleased.
Okay, so that was... Now I don't have any more. Polarizing medium, light armor of the snake. Fine, I'll just take this one, or whatever.
Huh. Intriguing.
Nah, I have to go back to Mulandia now. Wait, no. But that was the different map. Yeah, it was Iskander Wilds. Oh, I can get there as easy. God damn it, I just messed up. I can get there as easily thanks to the portal from here, so let's just go with that. Okay. Is this really an illusion? It seems to me like, oh, it just, what? I guess it is then. But it seemed to me like it was sliding around instead of just disappearing. Well, whatever. And let's go. Come on. Oh, it's world map now. So, it's kind of wild it was. I still need to check something there. Ah, it lets me choose every single bloody time. Well, I only need this
Once
part.
famous for their golden wheat fields and forests rich in...
I wonder if I'm gonna get any more women. It would be nice if I could perhaps get an orcish woman, but I haven't even seen one yet. Orcs are weird like that. They don't send their women to combat and they don't let them work either. And again, elves are the only women-heavy race in this bloody game. Right, way to spawn inside the waterfalls. I think it was over there.
Let me know what you need.
There was a refugee that I wanted to ask, right? Whether he was gonna join.
That's the way.
I don't think he... he's here. Dude! You wanna be unemployed? Also, there's this bloody chest that I absolutely despise. It's locked! Oh, where was it again? Oh, over here.
Time to go, Mr. Architect.
You can call me John.
I think I'll stick with Architect for now.
Fine. Will I have the honor of knowing your name?
Just call me Tahar.
You're a weird one, Tahar, aren't you?
You have no idea.
Yeah. Reach it home, buddy.
This way, right?
Alright then. Let's just
Fine plan.
let's just go get, oh great. Let's just go and get me some elven allies then. I mean, I don't think there's anything else that or I could... I'm going to go to Mulandir and do some of the quests, side quests for my party members. You know, Isgrim and Iria. Especially waifu. And I don't mean Isgrim, even though he might be a good waifu for someone. I mean, who knows, he might be a woman. With that beard, you never know when it comes to dwarves. Mulandir. Okay, John Thaler is now available, so that actually, there was a meaning to that, but I was supposed to do that right after finishing the map, I suppose. Oh, I've done it now. So,
Now would you look at that?
what's this girl got for me? This is the war table, good. So, whatever I do, I must not go there yet. That's the only thing that matters. Hey!
Tahar? I guess I still owe you an explanation, don't I? About that bandit in Farland's Hope?
Do you?
I do.
Okay, explain.
Corporal? Need anything?
Tell me a bit about your time on the road. What was it like?
Is that a command, Corporal?
Please?
All right, but I'm afraid there isn't so much to tell. Have you ever been on the road by yourself?
A long time ago, yes.
Well, then you know how wearisome it can get. Sleeping under the stars sounds romantic at first, until you realize that most of the time it's sleeping in the mud, in drizzle. Most of the time, your stomach and your purse are empty, and your feet are full of blisters. And, of course, there's the constant danger. Especially if you're traveling on your own.
Did you ever have a companion?
Some, yeah, but most of it was just temporary. Though there was one I traveled with for longer. Quentin.
How did you meet?
Coincidence. A small town between Finn and Mir and Lar. We played dice together and he cheated. When I called him out on it, he tried to turn tail. But one of the other guests stopped him for me. They wanted to go give him a beating, but I told them to stop. He gave me back my money and we started talking. And, believe it or not, we found that we got along quite well.
So you started traveling together? With a thief?
I wouldn't call him that. He was just young and careless. We ended up traveling for almost a year.
What was his story? Where was he headed?
Into the blue, same as me. He had quite an interesting task, but I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing it with you, to be honest. He wouldn't want that.
Okay.
Huh. So how did you split up? What happened?
Nothing dramatic. We came by a village and decided to rest there for a while. The roads had become quite dangerous due to the mage wars, and we didn't want to go out unprepared. I did some healing for the villagers, and he helped out the local smith. He liked it, and the smith wanted him as an apprentice, so he stayed. I was surprised and a bit hurt at first, but then I realized it was probably for the better. I still think of him sometimes, though.
Oh, great.
Do you miss it sometimes? The vagabond life?
Well, we're still vagabonds somehow, aren't we? But I know.
Yeah, we have a city.
And yeah, I sometimes do. The wind on my skin, the vastness of the wildlands, and the fact that all you have to think about is the mile ahead of you. It's another world. There was this one night I'll never forget. I had made a camp at a clearing, set up campfire, and I was leaning against a tree, slowly drifting toward sleep. Then, all of a sudden, it started to rain. Not just the usual drizzle, it was bucketing down, drowning everything, the earth, the noise, the plants around me. My first impulse was to jump up, to find shelter, get my things into the dry. But I didn't. Instead, I saw. I don't know how else to put it. All of a sudden, there was this deep sense of peace. As if all my life I had been chasing something without knowing it myself. And in that moment had found it. So I just watched. I sat there and I watched. That feeling lasted until the sun came up. And then I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was gone.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that.
That sounds beautiful.
And a bit traumatic. But yeah, it was beautiful. I've never felt something like that again.
And what do you make of it now?
Truth be told, I don't know. But it changed something. Even though I cannot say what it is.
This might sound odd, but why did you join me? It was me the Harbinger wanted.
Why are you asking? If you want me to leave, you can just say it. No hard feelings.
No, I just want to understand. You've been putting yourself in a lot of danger for our cause.
I guess so. Well, I hate to disappoint, but I don't think there's a particular reason. As you pointed out in the prison, I'm a fugitive as much as you are, and my best chance of survival was sticking with you.
Oh, great.
Goodbye.
Exactly what I wanted to hear. No hard feelings. Seriously though, I'm worried that some stalker will just jump out of nowhere and maybe from the warp gate, and I was just like, ah, no, don't hurt me with your lasers.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled. One thing is clear. None of their marvels would have been possible without an incredible amount of magical energy.
Flowing from the pylons. Yeah, whatever. I know. Okay. Huh.
I found some materials. Could you use these to upgrade your armor?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, that could work. I'll start working as soon as possible.
Great.
Oh, great.
There we go. Thanks to her.
Oh, he's like a mech. I can upgrade him, give him module upgrades, and he will get more and more tanky.
That armor you're wearing looks quite special. Is it from Windwall?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's from Windwall. I forged it myself. Why do you ask?
Well, our smiths might be able to forge you a better one. It looks quite worn.
What? No. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
It means something to me. But if it's my protection you're worried about, I can do some work on it myself. You'd have to cover the expenses, though. I'm a bit short on material these days.
Fair enough. I'll let you know if I have some resources to spare.
Oh, great.
Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
What exactly is it that fascinates you about the Shapers?
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic. I don't mind sharing, but are you sure you want to go there?
Okay, I got a couple hours to spare.
I am. Tell me.
All right. Well, where do I start? You see, the Shapers have always fascinated me. They're all over Io. These remnants of a once so glorious civilization. Yet for some reason, so many people are almost oblivious to it. On the one hand, of course, that's very sad. On the other hand, it also makes it a lot more exciting. It's like I'm a treasure hunter, only that everyone else fails to see the treasures around us. Tell me, Tahar, when seeing all of this, don't you sometimes feel like you're exploring a childhood dream? The kind of world the poets and the bards always spoke of?
Oh my god, this is too mean.
Sometimes, yes. It's dark, but also fascinating.
Absolutely. But this childish fascination was only the spark. The more I studied the Shapers, the more enthralled I became with their culture. Did you know that at the pinnacle of their existence, they ruled over all of Io? A global empire with no one to oppose them.
You seem to consider that a good thing.
Oh, good, bad, the world doesn't work like that. Of course, there are writings that hint at the fact that the Shaper Empire wasn't all rainbows and unicorns, but still it was stable. And it persisted for tens of thousands of years. Can you imagine? All this knowledge, all this art, all this wisdom. Nothing in the Io of today can match that. Nothing. It's like comparing a sea full of secrets with a puddle of muddy water.
Yeah, I mean, like our deep sea, which we know nothing about. Less than space, and that's a lot to say. And yet they died out. Exactly. But wow.
My father
really?
always told me the Shaper Empire relied a lot on slaves.
What? No, that's rubbish. The Shapers had castes, yes, and it's probably the lower castes your father was referring to. But to call these slaves is like calling, say, a tanner who was born outside a royal family a slave, just because he'll never be a king. And even the very lowest caste, the Zalanyur, always had enough to eat, a roof over their heads, and could, without paying a single coin, get themselves healed by a cleric if they needed to. So if you think that's unjust, go ahead. Ask an Everlight beggar which era he'd rather live in. He's not a slave, yes, but in some ways he's worse off.
Yeah, that's nice. And yet they died out.
And yet they died out.
Yeah. Great mystery.
Most scholars think it was the dragons.
They do, but I doubt it. You saw what the Shapers were capable of. Even a race as powerful as the dragons couldn't have wiped them out. And you see the shape this city is in, Tahar. There's no traces of fire and destruction. But regardless of what it was, it doesn't change the fact that the way the current races of this world treat the Shapers is nothing short of pathetic. They were greater than we'll ever be. But instead of studying this greatness, we ignore them. And why? Just because it doesn't fit into our religion, our traditions, or whatever reason they can come up with. Because to many, admitting what a marvel the Shapers truly were would mean admitting that our culture is pale in comparison.
Oh my. Well, you could learn a lot from the Shapers, of course. Is the world really that bad? Well, it struggles with itself, and even the humans kill each other a lot. The orcs keep fighting among themselves. The elves are really random, so yeah, it's weird. And the pursuit for knowledge is, as we've seen before in Everlight, horrible, because the townspeople even try to kill the mages who bloody try to do some studying.
Maybe you're right. There's a lot we could learn from the Shapers.
There is. In any case, I suppose you found your answer, haven't you? This is what fascinates me about the Shapers. They're a reminder of what we could be, if only we wanted to.
I see. Well, thanks for the explanation, Iskrim. I appreciate it. Goodbye.
Okay, fine. Let's just Also, the fire hammer is strangely appropriate given that he's standing next to a friggin' anvil. I didn't even think of that. Wow. I'm smarter than I am. Paradox! So many paradox. Paradoge. Huh? Oh yeah, that's the war table where I'm not going no matter what happens.
What's next?
Time to use the warp gate. I didn't even build cybernetics core and I can use it. That's great. Or maybe the new architect built it, I don't know. I should ask him probably. After all, architects always build whatever they want. Alright. There he is.
Now would you look at that?
Hey, architect, what you got?
Well, well, Corporal, you didn't exaggerate. This place is beautiful. Thanks again for giving me this chance. So, let's talk about why you brought me here. I have spoken to some of your commanders, and I think my knowledge can help you. I will need some coin to cover the materials, but it will be affordable. Just let me know if you need anything.
So you can upgrade my buildings, right?
Yes, yes?
Let me take a look at your designs.
Of course.
Holy shit!
All the time you need.
My god, man. That is a lot of upgrades. Reinforcements and of course, I mean, watchtowers. Stone tower even. These things are just very, very, very good looking.
You know how to bargain, don't you?
Whatever. I'll go get the elves now because the elves are very important. The orcs, of course, are as well, but you can wait for your brothers a little longer. Right. Let's go get the bloody elves. Futo Bargagor is for the orcs, which I would much rather go get the elves first. Oh, Iria is locked now. Thank you. She's probably gonna talk to the elves or something. This looks weird. I really look like some heavy version of arsonist. Arsonist, I mean. Okay, well, let's go with that.
For decades,
Live
the
shed.
Mohir elves, exiled from Fin and Mir, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Nortander, they were promised lands of their own. But as the Mage Rebellion arose, they were quickly forgotten. Now, years later, they have taken shelter in a nomadic settlement in Leafshade, a dense, dangerous jungle, amidst the no man's land between Utran and Wulfgar.
Great. And I'm going into the jungle. God damn it. Oh well, I'm sure nothing will go horribly wrong. Nothing will go horribly wrong at all. Why would it? Right? Why would it? Why would it? Anyway, this, I'll leave that for the next part since it's new stage in the story. This has been just a mid part of Mulandir after getting the humans, so yeah, now the elves, and we'll see where the story takes us. For now, see ya.